All right, y'all. This High Time Reviews. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. We doing House of the Dragon, Season 2, Episode 5, Regent. So the episodes start out with like the aftermath of everything that happened at Rook's Rest. Like, so you got Corliss mourning Rhaenys. You got them walking the head of Maylis through King's Landing, proving, just proving that they won that battle. You got Rhaenyra knowing that her aunt is basically dead. Like, come on, bro. Come on. That shit was not so. It's too many family members have been lost so far as a result of this stupid ass war already. Is they thought walking that dragon through there was exerting some type of power on their part. Like, but this the thing. Y'all don't even know the results of what's going on with Aegon. And y'all running around talking about Aegon slayed that dragon. No, he didn't. Aemon slayed that dragon. So you can say what you want. Kristen Cole don't even have a confident enough face in that situation to present to the people that that's actually what happened. And Allison brother is so right. He like, this a strange victory. Even if you can consider it one, like, nigga, half our soldiers is dead. The king is damn near boxed up in a casket. We don't know what's wrong with him. His dragon is fucked up. So was it really a win? Was it really a win? And then Hugh. I don't know what Hugh's going through, but Hugh is like, y'all done did all this. Still ain't got no resources. Like, for real. Y'all done went out here, did all of this, made the people feel like that the dragons ain't shit. Because one of the guys ended up saying to Hugh, like, I thought the dragons was like gods. And he like, no, nigga, they just meat. If they don't pull them goddamn rat catchers down, the fact that Aegon still had them rat catchers hanging up in King's Landing is wild as shit. Now look at Allison. Allison sitting there looking dumb, standing next to Aemon because she don't know what happened to her son. She basically hit him with the, so tell me what happened again. And Aemon standing there proud as shit, chest poked out. She got his brother's sword. She looking like, what? Yeah, exactly. Don't think for a second that you could even possibly understand what your son is, the type of game he playing right now. Like, Allison should be worried. You created a monster. The second she let him think it was okay to go after Lucerys about his eye, like when they were a little bit younger, that's when she should have known that she had created that shit for real. Nobody else but her. So they walking Aegon body through, and through the Red Keep, taking him back to his room, and it's just like everybody looking because they don't know, dead or alive, they do not know. I would have to say this. The only thing that might have saved him was the armor that he got a few episodes back. That Valerian's armor, please. That might have been the one thing that saved him. Oh, yeah, they said he alive. For the time being, I guess. I don't know. He better get his shit together. Because if he don't get his shit together, Aemon is going to be fucking on his ass. Oh my God. Aegon's armor was cutting into his body. He might not be okay. Yeah, and Allison can't even take. She watching him peel this armor off of him. Oh my God. It's like stuck to his skin. Yeah, get the fuck out of there. Get the fuck out of there. Get out of there. Oh my God. They had to break his knee back into place. Yeah, he's dog. And to say, oh my God, and to say that this could have been avoided, truth be told. Not Aemon 5 seconds off the shit asking who gonna take over while he down. I mean, that was your plan all along, Aemon. We know. We know. And look at Kristen Cole. Tail between his legs. He ain't never seen no shit like that before in his life. Cleaning his sword, weak ass. Allison goes to Kristen Cole and she basically asks him, like, what happened? That fight cost them 900 soldiers. It wasn't worth it. Oh, so Sunfire is dying? I see Allison want him to know whether or not, she want him to tell her whether or not Aemon had something to do with it. Aemon was part of the plan, but what's his name was never supposed to be in the plan. Listen, if I'm Aemon and I'm trying to cover it up, I'm giving very much, he got in the middle of the plan. It was by accident, and that's what it is. And then for Kristen Cole to basically cover for Aemon lets me know where his loyalty really lies, because, like I said, he's just playing the game. Now, Rhaenyra and her small council talking about how they ain't got no fucking army, and the only thing they can do is bank on what Daemon brought. And then Sarah Alfred basically say like, oh, well, Daemon decided that he was just going to run off because he had a marital spout. And I'm like, look, yo, she gonna have to cut your motherfucking tongue out, because you just don't respect her. You just don't. Like, you always want to bring Daemon up. Like, right, exactly. So she told him straight up, like, you sitting up here trying to act like you've seen a whole bunch of battles when the last couple kings that been in the throne pretty much have been peaceful. So how the fuck you gonna sit up here and act like you have so much more war experience than her when you ain't been in shit either? My father was the king for the last 20 years. Shit was peaceful. You can't say that. Like, sit the fuck down. Yeah, because Vhagar old as shit. So they think they like, look, Vhagar took a big hit. They took Vhagar, I'm sorry. They said that Vhagar took a big hit in the fight, and that could be very well true. And I mean, not for them to think that Vhagar is dead, that's pretty much dumb. Like, that's a big ass dragon. It would take a lot to kill him. You would need one of them, what they called it in the original Game of Thrones, the Scorpion. You would need that bitch if you think you about to take out Vhagar. You would need like 3 of them. For real. Like, that's how big that fucking dragon is. So Jace think that he about to run the Harrenhal Hall and press Daemon. I don't understand how he thought that. So what? So now he jealous of Baylor too because his mother not sending him off? Nigga, your brother just died. Your brother's just died. Can't send you out there to risk you, and then like you're her next heir. The rest of her kids are little as shit, and those are kids she had with Daemon. Cause like we don't want them to be the heir anyway. Like, glad Baylor taught some sense into him. I mean, that's her future husband, but I'm glad she taught some sense into him, because it's like, boy. But again, like I said, he's fucking jealous of. He's jealous that they send her on more battles and shit than him. So now he considers meeting up with the Freys to try to get them to pledge their allegiance. I'm like, okay, well, it's better off than going over there thinking you can run around on Daemon and Harrenhal and getting your ass whipped by your father-in-law or your stepfather or whatever the fuck he is. And the next thing you got Daemon basically pressing down on the Brackens like, look, go ahead, just bend the knee to me. And see him saying shit like that exactly lets me know that it ain't got nothing to do with Rhaenyra. All the shit he doing ain't got nothing to do with Rhaenyra. So the Brackens basically told him like, so Daemon basically going to end up having to kill their asses. So after Daemon kills him, he's like, shit, I've never seen people so ready to die, like, versus just fighting with me. He said, this shit is stupid, for real. Not Daemon was mad that he ended up having to kill them people. I'm like, well, bro, you can't knock their loyalty. Like, like, what? I mean, I get what he's saying. He definitely wished that he kept the people alive because you need them. Like, so yeah, I get where he's coming from. Like, damn, these niggas is dumb. Like, now you had to die versus me just taking you along and building a team. Like, stupid.
Something went wrong. Try again in a few seconds.
Hold on. Oh, see, I thought that thing. So Raina up in there with Lady Aaron talking her shit, and Lady Aaron like, listen, you ain't gave me no goddamn dragons. Your mother told me she was gonna give me dragons, and you want me to give her 15,000 soldiers. She like, listen, she gave you dragon eggs. You didn't request exactly how big you said you wanted these dragons. And oh, listen, Lady Erin got it together. I'm not mad because she straight told her like you. So you want to get snappy with me as if I'm not about to be the one having to feed and clothe you for however long. Yeah, get Raina the fuck out of there. Like Lady Erin, she got this weird vibe with her. Cause she already exerted her power on Raina. It's like just because she's standing there. See, Raina, she should have just gave her the dragon and then just sent her on. And then to mention the death of Rhaenys is crazy too. Like, oh, I'm sorry about your grandmother. Like, So here you got this scene with Mysaria and Rhaenyra talking about how she feels like in her small council meeting, they don't talk to her, they talk around her and this shit like that. But this is my thing. Aegon was going through the same thing. You're a woman, he's a child. They don't see y'all as the proper person to be in the position regardless. So Masarius is like telling her like, look, regardless, you were the chosen heir. So what does it matter how they see you? She hates that she wasn't raised up like a boy. You're not a boy. You're mad because you didn't get taught how to fight with a sword when you were 10. That's not how you were raised. He still decided to make you the heir. And then I understand your frustration with Daemon, but it's like you decided to marry Daemon thinking that he was going to be a benefit to you in this war when he ain't done nothing but took his dragon and ran off and been trying to get people to allege themselves to him. Even with the Brackens just now, he was not asking them to bend the knee to Rhaenyra. He was asking them to bend the knee to him. Like, be for real. Right. So Mysaria basically feels like this. She said that she feels like Kristen Cole made a mistake. Like the people in King's Landing don't respect them. They somewhat scare them. Like the people are whispering more about how times were better when Viserys was there. And if Rhaenyra is supposed to be a piece of Viserys and she's supposed to be Viserys' heir, then she has potential to basically have the people view her as her father and not as part of this big dumbass stupid war that she in the middle of. Mysaria is a good little look. It's good. It's good that she kept her there, kept her around. And Mysaria says to her, with things you cannot do, let others do for you. And she told her that there's more than one way to fight a war. Yeah, I'm sure. It is. Mysaria, yo, she just be willing to just get out there in the field, yo. She a real. So now you got Bella and Rhaenyra basically reminiscing over Rhaenys, and it's like, that was my girl. She was like the mother figure for real. Now she just did. It's kind of sad for real. And then Bella. So she ends up giving Bella the something to give to Corlys. Here go Daemon. Here go Daemon again with the goddamn, I don't know what this is he going through. But whatever it is, it's somebody trying to convince him that he's better than whatever Rhaenyra got going on for him. Not whoever he talking to in this sexual fake ass dream is basically telling him that Viserys was never meant to be the crown. It was always you. Daemon, leave Harrenhal. I don't know how much more I gotta say it. Like, you need to get the hell out of Harrenhal, bro. Like, it got you tweaking. Go home, Daemon. Go home. This shit was really, him going there was really a fucking waste of time. Like, he earned nothing going there, but basically setting up shop so that if he can earn more soldiers, he'll have a home base. But it's like, you ain't got no soldiers because people is willing to die. They willing to die for it. It's funny, so the Grand Maester or the Grand Maester of Harrenhal basically says, like, very well, your grace. And he like, you should address me as my king. And he like, but you're the prince. He was like, what would you call the husband of the queen? Well, the king, consort. David like, well, look, that last part is a little overrated. Like, yeah, like, why you overdoing that last part? Like, oh, the consort? That's because that's what it is. You're not the true heir. Rhaenyra is. So even if you are her husband, that makes you the king consort, not said king. You would have to have been chosen to be said king. Get the fuck out of here. On the next scene, you got the Grand Maester basically telling Alicent, you know, the totality of Aegon's injuries, and it's not looking good. And, you know, he's like, look, he's still not woke. But he may or he may not even wake. I don't know. Truth be told. And I'm like, damn, that's a little crazy. So the first thing, of course, it's a small council meeting. So the first thing Eamon do is like, look, well, first thing we need to do is figure out who gonna run the show. How he gonna? He like, I propose me, and then she proposes. Allison proposes herself. They pretty much all vote against her. Allison. Why the fuck did you think you was gonna get it? Allison. Babe. And the fact that they let her, and the fact that she literally, the council literally let her put herself out there, knowing damn well they weren't gonna pick her, is dumb as shit. And petty. And the fact that Eamon knew that whether or not he spoke up for himself, he knew that they was gonna pick him anyway because he's a boy. And he's already shown a little bit of strength in the situation. So definitely not gonna be you, Allison. You're outvoted. Don't look at Kristen Cole. He's just there for the cheeks, babe. They told her, listen, you was all fine and dandy when shit was peaceful. But we need a motherfucking hitter. And that's Eamon right now. We need a hitter. And it's Eamon. It can't be you. Sorry. She looks at Kristen Cole for confirmation, and it's definitely not going to give Kristen Cole. Eamon ends up taking the king's seat. Allison sitting there sick as a bitch. But it's like, girl, get over it. Why is she so sick? Why? Cause you know what your son did? Is that why you sitting there looking dumb? Cause you know the sick little bastard you raised up? Little one-eyed. You're going through it. They ain't got no food. They ain't got nothing. Okay. And one thing about his wife, she's a realist. She's a realist. And she know that Rhaenyra is the real one. Like, she's like, look, if you think that Rhaenyra is going to let Aegon and his people walk Meleese's head, the dragon of Meleese, the head of Meleese through King's Landing, and she not going to retaliate, but she like, we need to get the fuck out of here. She like, you can keep waiting on Aegon. That nigga is fucking in a body bag damn near. And you think he gonna fulfill a promise to you right now? He's not. He's not thinking about you. Yeah, and she tell her husband straight up, you can stay and wait for his empty promises, but I'm getting the fuck. And the fact that Allison even thought that pressing Kristen Cole outside about this whole shit in the small council meeting is wild as shit. It doesn't matter if Aemon is somehow a kinslayer all the way around, through and through. You not about to sit the throne again. You're not Cersei. You can't pull it off the way Cersei pulled it off. I'm sorry. Cersei just exerted like queen. Like, you give, I definitely just married this man so that I can be queen. And then my son can be king. But I don't ever really want to be queen. Like, no, Cersei gave, bitch, I'm the queen. And Kristen Cole tell her straight up, man, you know how this go. You know Aemon next in line, regardless of what you think of him. And stop talking to him all like one-on-one, face-to-face in public. Like, it's just too much. Now she like, oh, so you tossed me to the wayside. Well, he asked her, didn't I already spade you? Oh, and she told him, you better not fucking call me by my first name. That's crazy. Oh, shit. The people, oh, my God. The small folks is trying to get the fuck out of there, boy. Oh, my God. The soldiers basically have locked the small people into the town. Oh, my God. And Jay said the toughest shit. He said the toughest shit to them. He said, y'all worried about a dragon that ain't even here when I got one right outside y'all fucking palace? Why you worried about Vhagar when I could burn this shit down right now? Give it to Jace. He went over there and had that little meeting like a boss with them at the crossing. Because he could have very much like let them talk their shit and you know, let them play with him as a child, but he pretty much told them like, bitch, I will burn this shit the fuck down. And, you know, y'all want Harrenhal as compensation, then that means fuck all this other shit we talking about. You gonna need to bend that motherfucking knee. And sure enough, they like, all right. And I'm like, cool, there you have it. I'm so sick of Damon and her. Oh, he needs to go because the witch Rivers got him in a chokehold. Yo, you gotta get the fuck out of there, bro. Rivers got him in a chokehold, and she's trying to turn him against Rhaenyra in the worst type of way. And he already torn about the shit for real as is. And now he done exposed himself to this bitch Rivers. But that's because whatever she done did to him, she done put it in his head that he's supposed to be the king. So no matter what, that's what he on right now. So he basically ends up saying like, once I do take King's Land and Rhaenyra can join me, I'm like, boy, that's not going to end well. Hopefully Daemon don't die because, I hope Daemon don't die. That would be crazy as shit. There you have it. Daemon just got house bracket. Damn, Daemon getting his little army. Now that you got to watch because if he get an army big enough to go up against the Greens, then he could definitely stake his claim, you know? So Baylor finds Corlys. She ends up giving Corlys Rhaenyra's gift. And like I said, it's the Hand of the King pen. And he's pissed off because he says to himself, like, what she think? Like, her giving me this is going to repair everything that has happened to me since she's been alive, really? My damn brother got his head sliced in half. My wife went out there and fought Dragonback for you. My son couldn't be himself, so he faked his own murder and then ride out and came back and still ran off or died off screen. Damn, Daemon getting his little army. Now that you got to watch because if he get an army big enough to go up against the Greens, then he could definitely stake his claim, you know? So Baylor finds Corlys. She ends up giving Corlys Rhaenyra's gift. And like I said, it's the Hand of the King pen. And he's pissed off because he says to himself, like, what she think? Like, her giving me this is going to repair everything that has happened to me since she's been alive, really? My damn brother got his head sliced in half. My wife went out there and fought Dragonback for you. My son couldn't be himself, so he faked his own murder and then ride out and came back and still ran off or died off screen. Yeah, he say basically enough ain't enough for Rhaenyra. Like, she's still asking shit for me. Like, now Baylor told him about shit. Well, go to King's Landing and see how well they take your ass, your black ass. And I'm not mad at Baylor telling her grandfather off because honestly he need it right now because he in a funk, you feel me? And he need to be snapped out. And Baylor basically tell her like, look, don't worry about my grandmother being dead. Like, she knew that fate she chose. So you can't be mad about that. The one thing about Baylor is she loyal as a bitch. She said straight up, I'm gonna make sure Rhaenyra sit that throne, like, and she give her grandfather the hand pen. And I just think like he needs to consider it, but he also needs to realize that he has lost a lot so far to them. Corlys said he was willing to make her his heir, and she like, I'm blood and fire. Like, a Driftmark has to go through, you know, the sea, and that's just not me. Damn. It's Rhaenyra and Alfred having this conversation in the next scene where he first of all he came in and he acted as if he didn't even want to agree that he like, Your Grace. Like, boy, get the fuck out of here. Like, don't play with her, yo. Like, so she basically sends him to Harrenhal after she told him, like, look, you was pretty much right about the whole shit with Daemon because we need the Riverlands. And then she like, I can't send a Raven to Daemon because he going to just kind of like brush my shit off. So she like, I need you to go there and try to basically reason with Daemon. Yeah, reason with Daemon. See, and that's the thing about Rhaenyra. She know that Daemon ain't shit. So she know that there's a possibility that he would sit over there and try to build up an army for himself. She knows Daemon. So she gives him a small little council, you know, to roll with him or whatever. But she's so smart. She is fucking smart. Because Damon ain't shit, and she know that. And she know that. See? And that's what Damon get. Because he don't know what the fuck is going on, because he want to be running around Harrenhal, now he finding out. He literally just found out about Rook's Rest because he don't know what the fuck is going on, because he been fucking hiding out in Harrenhal. Damon, that's why you shouldn't be there. That's why you shouldn't be there. The Riverlands, oh my God, the Riverlands. And the Riverlands not going to fuck with Damon because of Rhaenyra and the war that they got going on. But at the end of the day, that shit ain't even her fault. And it damn sure ain't Damon's fault in that moment. Sorry, I sent one of her little spies over there for Rhaenyra, so hold on, let's see what she get to the bottom of. And Corlys just going back and forth with himself, debating about whether or not he should take the kingdom. I mean, the handom. Sir, just take it. Everybody else doing shit for themselves. Fuck it, just look, one more political step up for you. You be the next hand of the king. You got Aemon standing at the Iron Throne just staring at it. Yeah, you're willing to do anything to get that shit, you sick bastard. And then Helena caught him just looking at it, and she know. Yeah, and she know, and she straight asked him, like, was it worth the price? Like, you damn near killed my husband, like, you idiot. And then Alicent, now you got compassion for Aegon. Now you want to have a connection to Aegon. Now you want to touch and feel him as if like that's your son and that's like someone you love. But when he was in there crying about his fucking kid, you didn't give a shit. You didn't give a shit. But now that the one son that you could probably manipulate doing all of this is down, you feel away. Did he wake up? He called out for his mommy. That was crazy. One thing about Jace is he don't respect like the old ways. Oh, the twins is bowing the knee. They gonna bend the knee. Yeah, the phrase want Harrenhal from Daemon, but they willing to bend the knee as long as they get it. But the thing is, you had to throw Daemon under the bus to get it, and I mean, that's not likely. Now that Daemon has a little bit of the army. Oh my God, Jace. Please relax, yo. You don't have to go out there and get in the middle of everything. Oh my God. Not they fussing about this war and about whether or not either one of them should go. Yeah, you need dragons. You definitely need some more dragons. Armathor and Silverwing. They got the 2 extra dragons and no riders. So now, more than what they need anything is riders. So, I would say, go get you Rhaenyra. They need to get her from over there anyway, because Lady Iron is going to fucking torture her until them goddamn dragons is big enough for her. Like, so get her out of there. And then I don't know who they could get to fly the other dragon. Like, but yeah, they definitely need to find 2 more riders. But they'll be fine once they do that. All right, y'all. So listen. As long as Rhaenyra can get them 2 riders, like she said, she'll be damn near unstoppable. That was House of the Dragon, Season 2, Episode 5, Regent. As we proceed with our King Regent Aemon Targaryen. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.